sprinting. Deep in thought through dilemma by the power of life in heaven. They're like an artisan of weapons, writing 1,000 agility visions. Fehu represents livestock, it symbolizes wealth, abundance, success, security, fertility. Aruz represents a bullet, symbolizes strength, tenacity, courage, untamed potential, freedom. Thursaz represents a thorn, it symbolizes reaction, defense, conflict, catharsis, regeneration. And Suz represents an estuary, it symbolizes the mouth, communication, understanding, inspiration. Rado represents a wagon, it symbolizes travel, rhythm, spontaneity, evolution, decisions. Kanas represents a torch, it symbolizes vision, creativity, inspiration, improvement, vitality. Gibo represents a gift, it symbolizes balance, exchange, partnership, generosity, relationships. Wanjo represents joy, it symbolizes pleasure, comfort, harmony, prosperity, reward, success. Hagelas represents hail, it symbolizes nature, wrath, being tested, overcoming obstacles. Not these represents need, it symbolizes restriction, conflict, willpower, endurance, self-reliance. Hiza represents ice, it symbolizes clarity, stasis, challenges, introspection, watching and waiting. Jera represents the year, it symbolizes cycles, completion, changes, harvest, reaping, rewards. Awaz represents a yew tree, it symbolizes balance, enlightenment, death, the world tree. Birth row represents a dice cup, it symbolizes fate, chance, mystery, destiny, secrets. Elegies represents an elk, it symbolizes protection, defense, instinct, group, effort, guardianship. Sabilo represents the sun, it symbolizes health, honor, resources, victory, wholeness, cleansing. Tiwaz represents the god tier, it symbolizes masculinity, justice, leadership, logic, battle. Vergana represents a birth tree, it symbolizes femininity, fertility, healing, regeneration, birth. Awaz represents a horse, it symbolizes transportation, movement, progress, trust, change. Manaz represents humanity, it symbolizes individuality, friendship, society, cooperation, help. Laguz represents water, it symbolizes intuition, emotions, flow, renewal, dreams, hopes, and fears. Inguz represents the seed, it symbolizes goals, growth, change, common sense, the hearth, home. Othala represents inheritance, it symbolizes ancestry, possessions, heritage, experience, value. Dagaz represents dawn, symbolizes awakening, certainty, hope, illumination, and completion. Sprinting. Writing 1,000 wealthy visions, writing thousands of royal angel visions, writing thousands of superhuman visions, envisioning 1,000,000 epic healed dreams, writing 1,000 happy visions like the raven on a course, legendary end of good report, a good sport, writing thousands of elemental visions, crafting 1,000 at length, the script runic forms, blessed like a holy champion during a thundering storm, cathedral high tower of God, but it's war torn, chanting incantations upon a grave. Look my son at the relics and artifacts that were made, filling out a full at length million page, acting out a pure supreme dark side, Sith, force rage, channeling many epic dreams of being a mage, possessed by the gods as we rave, stomp through the concrete, now they need a pave. Gandalf the high mage with a staff and an extra stave, design, craft, and engrave, mastering the spells of the high mage, crafting words and forms like an elite royal stage, word magic, design, and code flying up the page, visionary dreaming our mind is a stage. Sprinting. Vampirized, very hungry, kind of amazed in the sanguine space, vampire lord of the rave, elite space, when vampire thralls foot race, the lord of the dark place, Hotel Transylvania, blessed and praying at a gothic cross in a gothic temple, but luckily I'm the boss, even Lord Dracula's at a loss when I judo flip and hip toss, 3 alchemists trying to transform the mold in the moss, brushing our teeth and then we floss, the Bible got tossed, drinking blood red wine, getting sauce, blood red lips, real gloss, holy knight of fire, sharp stick, silver handed with a crossbow, torch in one hand, the factions of the silver hand, the hero, the one man, the fallen outback lands, raided, pillage, sickness, fear, suspicion, superstitious depravity, a high council of holy priests crafting silver weapons properly, Dracula versus the Ottoman Empire like it's prophecy. Sprinting. Crafting Jedi master runes to battle Dracula and the vampire horde, a spell is crafted, it shoots, it scores, no longer poor, becoming rich like a scholar or a bore, laying philosophically upon the cathedral library floor, sacred scrolls of the silver stick, a torch, an explosion, an earthquake, don't make vampires full of hate in disguise like a bad date, sprinting at a high rate, bloodlust gonna raise the heart rate, as werewolves escape, smelling big heaps of meat like it's bait, a priest gives a king a stern handshake, the holy grail was vampirized, but it's not too late, the divine cup filled with living blood, a catastrophe, a sound, an omen, a swampy flood, like woodland bugs, a fire in a tunnel from a trench I got dug, it's an unholy war for the white wizard mug, a tug of war, a pulled rug, a tripping vampire drops a bloody mug. Sprinting. If it please the gods, cultivate immortality, the lifesteal so fancy, necromancy, dark arts in the village, in the crypt, the wilding darkened like a Sith, ancient scripts, stories and blips, wronged and raided by the ox that leads wolves, revenge is bloody sweet, Saint Valentine, but more charismatic but a creep, dark side is reformed upon a vampiric beat, the elite where it's always trick or treat, ancient Transylvanians tapping their feet, werewolves and vampires gotta eat, the ancient undead swept off their feet, the count of darkness so sinister, sanguine, so neat, the red priest, blessings of infinity, notoriety like the fear of the god-forsaken enemy, regretfully the transgressions cannot be appeased, Dracula made a deal with the devil and flies like a bat from the east, feeding upon the raw blood of a wild beast. Sprinting. A mere she-villain trying to make a killing, sanguine vampires wanna make 1,000,000 tactically superior like dilemma, very willing, a strong desire that needs fulfilling. Sprinting.